to move to the next phase. And in brief, as an overview, we want to talk about the mobile station and the SIM. And you're saying that now that the mobile station enables the general radio and processing functions to access the network through a radio interface. And when we say radio, we say it means what? When you say radio, you are meaning the interface between the network or the mobile subscriber. The interface between the BTS and the mobile station is going to be air. That is the one we are calling the radio interface. And you're saying that each mobile subscriber has a IMEI. This stands for Identity Mobile Equipment Identity. We are now saying that the subscriber identity module is basically a smart card following the ISO standards, containing all the subscriber related information. That the SIM has the number that we call the IMSI. That is the International Mobile Subscriber Identity. We say that it is International Mobile Subscriber Identity number, which consists of 3 parts. Now let's look at this number. The first part identifies the mobile country code, and what we are saying for those who have that number, the first 3 digits identify a country, the next 3 or the next 2 identifies a PLMN within this country, and the MSIN identifies a given subscriber within the PLMN. So I thought that the country is the one that is how many numbers are these? One. For our country it reads 254. Then the one that follows after that is 031. So we have seen that for Safaricom it is different. It is the one that is properly labeled IMSI. And we want to talk about IMEI, International Mobile Equipment Identity. We can correct this and say that this is international. Then again, the IMEI number. This is the number that we get when we place *06#. You can try that. So we have seen the IMEI. Then MSISDN, we have said is a number that you have that identifies you or your phone or you as a person. So when you say Isaac has a phone number that says 254, this may be the country code. Then 722, this is the network, and then 222222 is Isaac, and then the story goes like that. The MSISDN stands for what? Have we said that in this section? Mobile subscriber? We should have said that somewhere. Mobile integrated digital services digital network. That is something you can confirm. I am not saying that is the rule, but if it is, then we agree it is. This comprises radio transmission and reception devices. That includes the antennas and the signal processing for it to communicate with the BSC. It can be considered as a complex radio modems. A BTS is virtually connected to the mobile station via the interface on one side, as you can see on this figure, and on the other side it is connected to the BSC. Then in general, BTS is represented with 3 cells. Each cell can have more than one transmitter or more than one TRX or transmitter receivers antennas. And the BSC is now the unit that is in charge of all the radio interface management through the remote command of the BTS and the mobile station, and again mainly the allocation and release of the radio channels and handover management. So the guy or the unit that is responsible for handover management is the BSC, and the BSC is connected to one side on the BTS and the other side on the what? On the MSC, as we drew on our system architecture. Then we talk about MSC, and MSC is seen in this case to be hosting the what? The visitor location register. And MSC coordinates the setting up of calls to and from GSM users. So when you make a call, the request goes to the MSC. The BSC does not do that. The MSC is the one that knows when you are making calls and when your data is not available. It is fetched either in VLR or in home, but the first point of contact is VLR, because this is the database that stores the temporary but immediate data sets of a given subscriber that are within that MSR location. And we are saying that a visitor location register is in charge of temporarily storing subscription data for, that is, the IMEI, MSISDN, location address, and the TMSI. For subscribers currently, the keyword is currently situated in a given service area. Then the MSC VLR interface or has interfaces with BSC on one side and the external networks on the other. So as you can see from this figure, we have seen BSC on one side, home location register on the other side, and the external, these are what we are calling external networks, the ones that we identify as PSTN, public switch telephone network, is categorized as the external network. See, in this case, this may be, if we are talking about Safaricom, then this may be Cell or Airtel, it may be Equitel, it may be Telecom. We may also have some VoIP that is going through the internet. All these are the ones that we are classifying as external networks or PSTN. Having said that, we will now jump to the home location register. They are saying that it is a database holding subscriber customer information that is relevant to the provision of telecommunication services, as well as some information that is related to the current location of the subscriber. In general, an equipment identity register, which is a functional subdivision of home location register, enables the verification of the mobile station status. And an authentication center, AUC, it is a functional subdivision of the home location register that enables the system to identify or to authenticate the subscribers. Okay, and these are the ones that now they complete the home location register. You can say that home location register comprises of the EIR and but by themselves they are individual components of the GSM architecture. And you're saying that home location register is located independently of the actual location of the subscriber. Then very briefly talking about the VLR, we say that it is the temporary location or a temporary database which updates whenever a new mobile substation enters a given service area. Okay, whenever you have a new, so for each service area it has its unique database. When you have a newcomer, he gets updated. Then we know that this newcomer has this credit, this newcomer has this phone number, this newcomer has this IMSI, this newcomer has some MSC. It controls the mobile roaming in its area. So when you say that you are now roaming, generally the roaming is considered as when you are out of the country. But in more specific case, we consider you roaming when you are within this area. You say that you are roaming. Visitor location register is a temporary database. It controls the customers that are roaming in a given area, and it contains the IMSI and